Testing, testing. Oh, one, two, three. I think we should be live, guys, for today's live stream. I think everything should be good, and I hope we are live with no technical difficulties right now. Most of the time we don't, guys, though. Alright, today we have a pretty interesting day. We already have two tornado warnings on the ground right now. But, you know the drill, guys. I get rid of everything to talk about the outlook first. Get rid of everything and talk about the outlook. And see, today we have a 3 out of 5 of severe weather. On the severe weather scale, with a actually do have a 10% significant chance of tornadoes today. Good thing it's only a Sig 1 risk, though. No Sig 2 risk, which is good. So it's going to be more of like not overnight event, but maybe more of like an evening event. Really depends how this event decides to play out today. We'll be live for at least a half an hour, at least. Depends how it goes. As you see, the main threats today are Mississippi and Alabama. We have in Jackson, Mississippi, a 10% significant chance of tornadoes. And in Alabama near Montgomery, where there is actually a tornado warning actually in effect. We actually do have two tornado warnings in effect right now, guys. So we will be watching out for these storms and some prefrontal storms starting to form too. So we'll see how it goes. As you can see, in Louisiana on the border right now, we do have near New Era a little bit of some pretty strong rotation right now. So near Larto and Serena and New Era. Take shelter. Hey, Grandma, take shelter immediately if you live anywhere in these areas because we do have a possible tornadic storm that will be developing. Could be developing any minute, guys. These storms are in a decent environment, so these storms could kind of spin up quickly. See, a storm that impacted Montgomery, Alabama earlier. Rotation kind of on the good news weakened on this storm, so I see the storm in Louisiana actually a little bit more of a threat right now, guys. We see these storms here, Grove Hill. These are the kind of supercells that we really do have to watch out for because these storms could pop up and start rotating at any moment, guys. Actually, if we look at the meso analysis, which shows like how much CAPE is in the area. You want me to be honest, guys? For this event, for a 10% significant chance of tornadoes, I thought there would be way more CAPE in this area, to be honest with you. I thought there would be way more CAPE. As you can see, I mean, there is 2,000 joules per kilogram. 2,000 joules per kilogram is enough to sustain severe weather, but I thought it would be a little high. What about the significant tornado parameter? The significant tornado parameter, honestly, guys, is honestly kind of almost zero in some of the risk area. We do have ones and twos. Once you get to twos could sustain a significant tornado, but it's not as high. So the significant tornado parameter isn't as high, guys. Actually, tornado warning has just expired in Montgomery, near Montgomery, Alabama. As I said, guys, I said earlier that the storm in the near Montgomery, Alabama, and Alabama was losing rotation, and that is true. Still a strong storm, though, guys. Never mind, there's a new tornado warning.
Tornado warning for
Whoa.
North Central Tangipahoa Parish in southeastern Louisiana, Northern Washington Parish in southeastern Louisiana, Walthall County in southern Mississippi, southeastern Pike County in southern Mississippi.
All right, new tornado warning, actually, in a 5% tornado risk north of New Orleans. So let's take a look at this. Ooh, right near the radar side. This is gonna be good radar data, guys. Let's take a look at this storm. Still got two tornado warnings on the board. Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, no doubt in my mind why this storm got warned near Tylertown. As you can see, we do have a hook starting a form. You see this like area? This is called an inflow notch. This is where the storm energy gets feed into the storm to make it more stronger, guys, which is not good. I remember, guys, when they used to be a race in New Orleans, but they changed it more to Hamid. Oh, this is a very interesting storm. Isolated rotational. Not the strongest rotation, but this thing could strengthen at any minute. And I think the storm is going to do it. Strengthen. It has a pretty good hook right now near Tylertown. Now let's see what. Oh, yeah. This is in one of the most favorable areas of development, actually. There's about almost 3,000 Cape, and the significant tornado parameter is fairly high in this area. So this storm, this area does have a real good chance of honestly producing a tornado in my opinion, there. We see these storms also near Union Church, these like kind of supercells could be a risk soon heading into Jackson, Mississippi, which could be a risk in the future, guys. So I am watching that. But for now, I'm most concerned about this storm near Tylertown and Lexi, because it does have a little bit of a hook echo on this storm. Let's take a look at the other tornado warning. I'm going to take a look at that. The new era. Oh, yeah, I'm also concerned for this storm that could potentially produce a tornado within a decent amount of time. Kind of broad rotation, not the most strongest rotation, but these storms are in a fairly good environment. They could spin up really fast. Also concerned for these storms for possible rotation in the future near Jackson. Remember a few years ago, guys, when a storm went through Yazoo City. You see, these storms could not really any rotation now, but these storms could start to mature as the night goes on, which is kind of concerning, guys. Oh yeah, this storm kind of matured. See, earlier it wasn't as mature, but starting to have that classic supercell look to it, guys. So take shelter if you live in Tylertown, Warrentown, and Mount Hermon. Sorry if I butcher some of these names. I'm not from this area, guys, so bear with me a little on the name pronunciation. But some isolated rotation here. It's not the most strong rotation, but I can honestly see this storm producing a tornado, possibly within the near future. It really depends, though, if these storms want to do something or not. By the way, guys, this isn't a tornado on the ground. This isn't a CC drop. It's wind. Not wind, but some air contamination on that. Take a look at these storms for some rotation, because these are probably the main storms in the event near Brookhaven. I'm going to take a look at that storm near Philadelphia, Missouri, which seems pretty interesting with the hail producing. That's almost 3-inch size hail, and a considerable. So this is very interesting, guys. An isolated rotation. So maybe this thing could even get warned too. There's a chance. But as of now, we have two tornado warnings right now. Zero tornadoes on the ground, which is the good news. Oh, that is a problem. Oh, rotation strengthened, guys. Oh yeah, this thing's slowly kind of actually no, kind of fast becoming a problem. You see, this well-defined hook echo really starting to come near Tylertown. This is going to be a pretty strong storm if this thing decides to produce. I mean, there are some showers. You see, There are some showers developing south of it, so this could potentially kill the storm if they collide, which is good news. But as of now, take shelter immediately. These rotations, this rotation, see, look, guys. Last scan, the rotation wasn't as tight here, but you see, the newest scan is showing it being more tight, this rotation, and a little bit of a hook really starting to form. So, getting kind of concerning for the storm, guys. So take your proper precautions. Lowest or centermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet, to protect yourself from a tornadic rotation or the tornado if this thing decides to produce. Let's take a look back at storm your new era. Oh yeah, I'm concerned for this storm. This rotation's also strengthening too. This rotation's actually, I believe, is honestly stronger than the one we were looking at here. This is a concerning storm, guys. Your new era. So take shelter immediately if you live in this area. Your new era, Eva, and Monterey. Take shelter if you live anywhere in these areas. A concerning storm is heading in your general area. So which is pretty strong rotation. So take shelter immediately. Just waiting on the new scans for the Tyler temp storm. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. This is a concerning storm, though, guys. We're just waiting on the new radar scan to really see what this thing's gonna do. I wouldn't be surprised if these storms near Union Church start getting going, too. These meso-analysis are also interesting, too. A little bit of a lack of cape, guys. A little bit of a lack of cape in the my bad Alabama area. Wouldn't be surprised if not as much forms with this event in Alabama. I think Mississippi is going to be your primary risk today, but I'm still concerned for Alabama since the majority of the events actually in Alabama too. But there is a little bit of not as much keep. Like there's about a thousand cape. A thousand cape could still sustain thunderstorms, guys, but it isn't the most ideal. You want normally at least 2,000 cape to sustain thunderstorms. And the significant tornado parameter isn't very high in Alabama too. But I'm still concerned for this event, guys. Still gotta be careful. Guys have any questions? Thanks for the information. Uh, what about New York? Yeah, nothing special over here. A little bit of rain possible tonight. That's about it. But take shelter immediately if you live in Eva, since this rotation's really starting to strengthen too, guys. That is an interesting skin. Still that hook echo. And rotation kind of strengthened too, as you can see near Tylertown. This is honestly most likely my most concerned storm I'm watching right now. Near Tylertown, guys. This is probably the most concerning storm, just because it's the most discreet. Actually, no, I'm actually kind of concerned for the new era storm. Both of these tornado warned storms are honestly catching my eye, catching the attention, honestly. But as you could see near Tylertown, take shelter immediately if you live in Lexi, Tylertown, and Warrington, and Mount Hermon. So this is a very dangerous storm. Lowest uttermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet, is going to be your best bet during this tornado warning. But you also got to watch out near Hazel, near Union Church, for these storms in the future, which are also concerning. A lot of these storms, you know, I think that might lack off this event might be the Cape is a tiny bit lacking. I'm going to pull it up though. I'm going to go on the mesoscale analysis to real quick, guys, just to see what will be lacking in this event. So Cape might be lacking a little in certain areas. The majority of it's not bad. The lapse rates are pretty good. This is just the significant tornado parameter isn't very high. But brief spin-ups also are very possible too. Damn, this thing has a lot of hail, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if a little bit of rotation is trying to form near Tucker. This thing got 3-inch size hail. Which I would say about 2-inch size hail, because that's what the National Weather Service is showing. So I wonder honestly what's gonna happen in that case, but let's go back to Louisiana storm. I mean, as you can see, guys, still that rotation is there. It was a little stronger earlier, but I mean, this thing could easily produce a tornado, guys. I was surprised if this thing behind it could be tornadic in the future. Like a lot of these storms could actually be tornadic in the future, guys. Just a moment of time to see if they're gonna fire off or not. I just, if you guys have any questions, let me know. But even this storm has about 1-inch size hail on this storm. So a lot of these storms are actually tornadic and do have that chance of producing a tornado. As you can see, rotation still there. I'm watching out right here for that. Hold on. All right, that is interesting. I don't know if this is contamination, but this could be a brief tornado on the ground, guys. This could be a brief tornado on the ground. I'm waiting if it's really confirmed, but I'm seeing it. I don't know if it's a glitch on the CC, but there is a chance of I think possibly a tornado on the ground right now. The rotation did strengthen, and that CC drop is right aligned, and also spectrum width indicates turbulence here. Spectrum width indicates turbulence. You may be thinking, what is spectrum width? Basically indicates turbulence. You could also align that with the CC drop to see if this thing's on the ground. And this thing might be on the ground. Oh, there it is. All right, confirmed tornado on the ground. I was right. Radar indicated tornado on the ground. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground near Tylertown. Let's see, is this thing heading straight for Tylertown? And this thing might be heading almost straight for Tylertown. So take shots of at Tylertown and Lexi. This storm is heading almost straight for you. So this was actually a confirmed tornado on the ground, and a confirmed CC drop also is on the ground. So a confirmed tornado is on the ground right now. Take shelter immediately if you live in Tylertown. This storm is on the ground, and I think this storm is actually strengthening just by the look of it. Thank you for keeping us updated. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm concerned for this storm. Yeah, I was right. Guys, earlier I said this storm was possibly going to produce a tornado. So that is, thank you, Terry. But as you can see, this is what I said earlier. This storm has the chance to produce a tornado if it gets in the good environment, and it is. So we do have a confirmed tornado on the ground. indicated by radar. As you see, the CC drop is showing a confirmed tornado on the ground. Even Spectrum Wit was confirming it. So I was like earlier, is this a tornado? I just wanted to double check to the National Weather Service confirmed it, but I had a feeling it was actually on the ground. But this is a concerning storm, guys. Honestly, all these storms are concerning today. Just waiting on that new radar scan to provide better data. Just waiting on that new radar scan. Ooh. Well, that is interesting. I think a new tornado warning, I think, updated, guys. So let's check that out. Actually, let me just switch to radar tabs. My bad, guys. Oh, yeah, this storm could get going, too. Yeah. Kind of getting far from the radar site, though, but some rotation on this storm, too. Good news. This storm might have died out right now. Not died out, but this storm is still stronger on CC drop is showing a little weaker. This thing could still be on the ground though, so I think it's still on the ground. So take shelter immediately if you live anywhere in these areas. Take shelter immediately if you live anywhere in these areas. As you can see, take shelter immediately if you live anywhere. Oh yeah, I'm still very concerned for this storm because I think this thing's still on the ground because Spectrum Wit is actually confirming a debris ball, and CC is confirming a little debris ball. So I believe this storm is still on the ground, guys. I'm gonna read you guys the warning. As of 6:50 at 5:51 section, a confirmed tornado was located near Mount Herman, 14 miles north, moving east at 25 miles an hour. Source radar indicated tornado. As you can see, this storm is still strong near Tylertown. Still concerning for this storm, guys. As you can see, we do have near Tylertown, near Lexi, we do have a confirmed tornado likely on the ground right now. I am very concerned for this storm because this thing could easily produce a tornado. The storm could easily produce a tornado, guys. So watch out for this storm. Very concerned. If you guys have any questions in the chat, let me know. If you guys have any questions, let me know. But this storm is looking honestly very concerning, guys. Updated tornado warning still shows this thing still on the ground, guys. So I am still concerned that this storm could potentially produce a tornado, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to answer questions. I answer any questions you guys want me to ask. Or like if you guys ask me any questions. Actually, near Tylertown, yeah, this thing's still on the ground, most likely. Oh, yeah, newest debris scan is showing this thing being on the ground right now. I am very concerned for the storm. Alright, good news. Oh, rotation might have fell off a little, but I'm still seeing that CC drop. This would be great news if this is the case, though. If you guys have any questions, feel free to answer. I will answer any questions, but this is a pretty serious situation because this tornado picked up something because indicated on that correlation coefficient. The storm is pretty crazy, guys. Give me a sec, guys. Check it out. Actually, I am concerned though for the storm because this storm could easily still produce a tornado, guys. Because I am looking at the rotation on the storm, and there is still a chance this thing could be on the ground, but CC drop correlation coefficient is still indicating this thing potentially being on the ground, guys. As you can see, I am concerned for this storm, guys. Because you got your greens moving towards your reds moving away. Right here is your tornadic rotation, guys. So I am concerned. Let's go. I'm gonna go back though on the storm. I'm gonna go back to the storm near, kind of approaching a radar hole now, unfortunately. So that's not good. It's approaching that radar hole, but we do have still some rotation here, guys. So take shelter if you live near Sibley. Sorry, guys, cannot pronounce that, but take shelter if you live in anywhere in these areas, guys. I am concerned though for this storm being tornadic though, because like the other storm, guys, the other storm actually ended up producing a tornado, guys. Though, oh, that is interesting. We also let's take a look at that. I want to take a look at this destructive severe thunderstorm warning right now. A destructive severe thunderstorm warning. Oh, wow. Wow, that is crazy, guys. They're showing over baseball size hail on this thing, guys. Baseball size hail on this storm, guys, which is concerning, and a little bit of rotation upon that, too. Wow, that is very. Look at that, guys. Actually, on the reflectivity right now, we do have those high kind of blues and purples on the reflectivity right now, which indicates a very destructive thunderstorm right now. This storm also has baseball size hail. So, guys, think about baseballs. Yeah, it's bad grammar. Think about baseballs falling on your car. Or or even worse, guys, think about baseballs falling on your head. Constant baseballs falling on your head. Think about how bad that's going to be, guys. Because those constant baseballs are falling on your head, guys. Not good, guys. Yep, baseball size hail and 60 miles an hour wind gust. Not good, guys. Let's take a look at the rotation back on the confirmed tornado warning. That was actually in effect earlier. Confirmed tornado warning in effect earlier. Let's take a look. Storm has weakened a little. I don't think this thing's on the ground anymore, but this thing could, in fact, recycle at any minute, guys. The storm could recycle at any minute, guys. If you guys have any questions in the chat, let me know. But I am very concerned for the storm. The storm's in Mississippi, by the way, not Louisiana anymore. I mean, I do still see some isolated rotation on this storm. So we do got to watch out for this storm, guys. But I'm going back to that destructive severe thunderstorm warning because this storm is looking pretty big, guys. Oh, this is heading straight towards D Cat. I can't pronounce it. Heading towards DE. This is heading straight for this area, guys. 3-inch size hail and baseball size hail getting indicated when there's some strong echoes of 55,000 feet. This storm is going up. 55,000 feet in the air. This storm's going up. That is very high, guys. Very high echo tops, which indicates how high the storms are going, guys. So I am concerned for this. A little bit of some rotation too. So if this thing decides to start to rotate, that would be an even bigger problem. Might be starting to weaken slightly, which is the good news. But still a destructive severe thunderstorm warning in effect for those areas. Still very concerning, guys. Producing baseball-sized hail, guys. Think about baseball-sized hail, guys. Think about how strong a baseball-sized hail would be. This thing would destroy. Just think about baseball-sized hail hitting you, guys. A little bit of some rotation kind of died out. Let's go back on the confirmed tornado warning, which I don't think it's on the ground right now, but it could potentially be on the ground right now. Yeah, still isolated rotation, but I don't think this thing's on the ground right now, most likely, which is the good news, though. But take shelter still if you live in Tylertown and any of the surrounding areas. Take shelter if you live anywhere in the surrounding areas. Because I am concerned for the storm, guys. I am concerned for the storm. Gonna possibly, could potentially recycle, guys. So that is a possible concern that the storm could potentially have. All these storms could potentially start going crazy and start producing. But oh, that could potentially be two areas of rotation here, guys. I don't know if you guys see that, but that could potentially be kind of two areas of rotation might be trying to develop on this thing. We are very far from the radar set though. What's the closest radar of this? Alright, so I am on the closest radar to it. So that's interesting, guys. But as you can see, tornado warning is no longer confirmed on this storm, which is the great news. I see 1-inch size hail on this storm too, so that's not good. Actually, a little bit of some more supercell action could potentially cross as these storms near Clinton also pop up. Almost 3-inch size hail was measured earlier. let's take a look at the meso-analysis. All right, Cape's staying about the same, not weakening as, but still 2,000 joules per kilogram. So, because the Cape's not very impressive in Alabama, honestly. So that's why this destructive storm could potentially weaken as it gets to central Alabama. Once it gets to Alabama, honestly, I think these storms aren't as going to be strong. I think the main tornado threat's going to be in this area right here. That is going to be the main concern, in my opinion, guys. So hopefully these storms weaken the destructive as it gets to lower Cape values. That would be the best bet right now. Actually, I am still concerned for the rotation on this storm near Silberly. I am concerned for the storm near there. No tornadoes on the ground right now, but we still do have 2 tornado warnings in effect right now. With isolated rotation, but I think rotation kind of died out. This storm is starting to die out a little, especially on rotation, but still a strong storm we have to watch out for, guys. Still a strong storm we have to watch out for. I will be taking a look at some other areas just to see. Hopefully the Yankees win tonight, hopefully. But as you can see near Tylertown, I am concerned for the possibility of a storm and you got to watch out for. Because this thing was on the ground earlier, guys, so this thing could easily start to spin up again, unfortunately. That's the reality of these storms. These storms could just randomly spin up, unfortunately. But see how it goes, guys. See how this event plays out. Take a look at the destructive storm. A big time hail core, baseball sized hail is heading straight for DE. Heading straight for this area. This is destructive for baseball sized hail. Not as concerned for central Alabama as much because they are some low Cape values. I'm honestly more concerned for Mississippi. That's going to be the main target area of this number. Even oh, that scared me.
Tornado warning for northeastern Wilkinson County in southern Mississippi.
All right, extension to the tornado warning. That's not surprising because I do see a good amount of rotation on this storm, guys. I am watching out for some rotation still on the Tylertown storm, guys. So we do gotta watch out for the isolated chance of rotation because this storm could really be recycling if it really wants to. We do got a new tornado warning in effect. That's just but I have to go now. All right, Grandma, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. I am concerned for this rotation. Oh, and there's another one.
Tornado warning for Franklin County in southwestern Mississippi, southeastern Adams County in southwestern
There's another
Mississippi.
one, guys. I am concerned for this rotation. Possibly some 2 areas of rotation. Honestly, there's a chance. But as you see, your greens moving towards, your reds moving away. Right here's your tornadic rotation right now. I see Enrot even showing some rotation. And I am concerned for this storm, guys. We actually do have 4 tornado warnings on the board right now. So that is pretty concerning, guys. 2 on the same storm, which is wild. 3 on the same storm. We are in a bad radar hole data, unfortunately. So that doesn't really help that we're not in the best radar data zone. But we got to deal with it, you know? We got to deal with those circumstances, you know, guys? See, guys, I am concerned for a lot of these storms that could potentially start to produce some tornadoes. So far, I think we have two confirmed tornadoes today within the entire event. I'm more concerned for this storm now. This has the strongest rotation as of now. New Orleans storm still got rotation. I wouldn't be surprised if an extension to this tornado warning because it does have a little bit of a hook, honestly. So that is concerning. I am concerned for these storms, guys. I am concerning for these storms because we do have some rotation here. You see your greens moving towards, your reds moving away. Right here is your tornadic rotation. Not the strongest, but it's the storm could easily be recycling. Like you see, look, earlier, the storm did produce a tornado. So we do gotta watch out for this, guys. Do gotta watch out for the storm, and I am concerned. These storms could easily start to pop up, guys. Just like that. Let's take a look at. So they did downgrade this thing to no longer destructive. I mean, there's a destructive here, but they're probably going to change that soon. Latest update shows still 2-inch size hail. So this storm is still a very strong storm, guys. Still a very strong storm. Since the storm, we do have still 2-inch size hail on this storm. So concern on this storm. We still don't have any confirmed tornadoes as of right now, but we did have two confirmed tornadoes earlier. So if you live near Tylertown, if you live near Kumo, I can't pronounce it, sorry, Sandy Hook, around these areas, take shelter me to go to the lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet. Take shelter if you live anywhere in these areas, guys. This, I think they're likely going to issue an extension to this tornado warning near Columbia. Around there, that's the next spot this storm could potentially pose a threat to. So take shelter immediately. I would advise you to keep watching the stream for news and the latest information. As you see, still some rotation right here near Skillbrook.
Tornado warning for
Alright,
southern Marion County in south
there
central
it is.
Mississippi,
What did I say,
southwestern Lamar
guys?
County in southeastern
There's the
Mississippi.
extension. Extension to that tornado warning, guys. I said they were likely going to extend this tornado warning, and there it is. New tornado warning. We're just waiting for it to pop up right now on the program. And you see, I was right. We live in Columbia. Now I could say take shelter officially. Give you guys the heads up a little bit early, guys. I see. I said that earlier. Columbia, next threat for these storms. Actually, this tornadic storm has a history of producing a tornado earlier, so that is the concern for the storm. The storm has 52,000 foot echo tops, guys. The storm is 52,000 feet tall, which is crazy, guys. Actually, I am concerned though. This storm does have a little bit of some rotation, guys, and a little bit of a hook echo. So that's why they decided to extend this tornado warning, guys, which is honestly, I'm not very surprised that they did that. But it's pretty interesting that they did that, guys, to be completely honest with you. I'm not very surprised that they did that. A little bit of an inflow notch maybe starting to form. See how much cape is in this area. Yep, enough to sustain storms, 2,400 joules per kilogram. Wow, that is a good amount of cape. One time I remember I was covering a vent in almost 5,000 cape, guys. That was really crazy. See, on some rotation, the storm did not really have a history of producing a tornado, but it still does come to my mind, guys. Still do gotta watch out for these storms. So take shelter, go to the lowest, innermost part, your centermost part of the building, particularly a bathroom or a closet. If you live anywhere in this tornadic rotation as possible. As you can see, I am concerned because the storm even does have 1 inch size hail on this thing, guys. So this storm is really starting to strengthen near Columbia. I said this earlier, guys, that you guys need to watch out near Columbia, Sandy Hook for these storms, and then they just issued that extension of the tornado warning a few minutes ago. New severe thunderstorm warning right now near Silver Creek, and I wouldn't be surprised if this storm could start to get going eventually. Especially heading towards Jackson. Jackson, Mississippi, you guys aren't in the clear yet. Could be some of these storms that could be tornadic heading for your area. Still some isolated rotation. It's not the strongest rotation, honestly, which is good news. It's not much rotation at all, honestly, which is the great news. But I am watching out for that possibility. If you guys have any questions in the chat or show your appreciation, let me know in the chat. This storm is a 52,000-foot echo tower. So it means this storm is 52,000 feet from surface level to height. So a really big storm, guys. A really tall storm, actually. As you can see, I am concerned, though, for this storm to possibly produce a tornado in the near future, guys. So what happened last time, but it does look a little bit weaker, which is the good news, but I am still concerned for the storm, guys. So they did issue that extension. So, I mean, still a chance for this thing to start to produce. You guys have any questions, let me know. But as you can see, we do have that risk. Tornado threat. Let's see, guys. When does this tornado watch expire? Tornado watch expires at 12 a.m. Eastern, so this threat is ongoing for a while. This threat expires at 12 a.m. Eastern, and a new tornado watch has been issued. Let's guess the probabilities on this. 30-20 probs on this, so decent probabilities, but that's with a 5% chance of tornadoes near Atlanta area. So that is a concerning, guys. But getting back on track, most of these watches expire at around 12 a.m. Eastern. Let's take a look at this storm. We do have that rotation still in effect, guys. A little bit right here. That tornadic rotation is in effect. To take shelter in Columbia and Sandy Hook. Since you guys are under a tornado warning right now, which could potentially be a dangerous storm, guys. So I would take shelter if you live anywhere in these areas. Lowest innermost part of your building, particularly a bathroom or a closet, guys. Bathroom and a closet is honestly going to be your best bet with these type of storms. Still a tornadic storm, honestly, guys. Still watching out. Monticello could be potentially getting a severe thunderstorm warning. As you can see right now, let's get an update on the storm I can't pronounce it, near White Apple. As you can see, I am concerned though, because there is rotation on the storm now, and ZDR is also showing some of a little bit of an archer now, but still do gotta watch out for this storm, which is my bad, which it does have almost an inch-size hail too. But its main problem with this storm is the tornado threat that lingers on. Right now, there's two tornadic storms you gotta watch out for. This storm has weakened near Columbia. It does not look as impressive as it once was, but I mean, it's still maybe a tiny bit of rotation, but it's really nothing special right now. Still gotta watch out, but we do have possibly some area of rotation here near Silver Creek and Monticello that could potentially start to form. I am watching that, guys. I am watching that storm to be the possibility of a decent storm, honestly, or a little bit of rotation trying to form here, guys. But as you can see, not as much rotation here as it once was, but I mean, still gotta watch out, guys. Still gotta watch out. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll probably be ending the stream maybe in like 10 minutes, maybe. Depends. That new tornado watch was issued 41 minutes ago, guys, if you guys are interested. Yep, I am concerned for this storm, though. This could easily spin up, but there's a lot of showers that are starting to surround the storm, which makes it a little less tornadic, which is actually the good news, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a tornado warning here, though, near New Harbor and Silver Creek. There is possibly some rotation. I mean, these storms are kind of semi-discrete. These storms aren't really fully discrete, but that's kind of what we expected in this event. Not really a full blown, but still a 10% significant chance of tornadoes. So I mean, you gotta watch out, guys. Rotation kind of died out on this storm, so that is the great news. But this tornado threat is still prominent, guys. So I am still concerned for this tornado threat within the near future, guys. There are multiple areas of a threat today for severe weather. We got Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama are your biggest threats, guys. Those are your biggest threats for today's event. I see not much rotation right now. A little bit of some rotation, but not the most concerning. And I am still seeing that possible area though. Guys, tornado warning has just updated. I see a little bit of rotation, but I started to think this thing kind of died out a little. A little bit of rotation to Silver Creek. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing could start to get going and potentially produce a tornado. Maybe. We'll see how it goes, guys. We'll see how it goes. As you can see, your Yazoo City is getting a lot of rainfall right now, guys. If you guys have any questions in the chat, let me know. I think I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, guys.